What's good, family? It's your girl, Miss Anita, aka Queen Cat.
And your girl, Jess.
Today we're going to be doing our coming out video, story time, whatever you want to call it. Our video is going to be a little bit different because this is our first and hopefully only relationship like this, meaning same-sex relationship. So I would say I came out fully, wholeheartedly via social media.
We both came out via social media. I think one came out anniversary and one came out birthday.
Well, first we came out with the vlogs, but most
Yes.
of our family members are not on the vlogs, so that was kind of private. No, I say first we came out on Snapchat.
Yeah, Snapchat been new.
Yeah, we didn't have any of our family members on Snapchat, and the family members that were on Snapchat were younger and they had already known about us. Second, we did the vlogs, the YouTube vlogs. None of our family members really was on YouTube like that until we started sharing it on Facebook, and then but at that time my parents had already known. So my parents, we've been together 5 years.
Yep.
And my parents found out last year. And I told them last year. And my mom, she was like, why? You know? I don't understand. She didn't like it. She still really don't care for it. But she's in a non-judgmental zone. And at first, you know, she was confused. She felt like she did something wrong.
I think my mom felt like she did something wrong too.
Yeah.
But
which they didn't. And my father was completely against it. He hates that lifestyle with a passion. But, you know, sometimes God, the universe allows certain things to hit close to home so you can see that.
and stop being
judgmental.
Because
So-
you never know where you or your family would be.
Yeah. So he's dealing with it because he loves me. I'm his apple, and he loves Jess. And so I told them. My sisters knew. My big sister knew first. I told her immediately, like when things started changing and everything. I told her. My baby sister found out, I think, a year after that, because she was staying somewhere else. And then like 2 years later, I told my parents, which was last year. And then last year we also came out on Snapchat, and this year we came out on YouTube. And then we really like hit hard when it was Jess's birthday, and I did a birthday video, and in the video it was kissing. It was just a little smooch, but I put it in slow motion, so you know everybody went crazy. And I really I did it because I was ready to do it. I was ready to profess my love to her, and I was wondering, like, why am I hiding? Like, am I really ashamed of us?
Yeah, because
Like,
what's done in the dark is gonna come to light
yeah.
anyway, right?
Because I was using that excuse, like I'm trying to protect my parents' image because they're in ministry heavy, and I didn't want to ruin that for them, you know. And then I had to just do some soul searching for myself. It was like, okay, am I scared? Am I ashamed of our relationship? So boom, threw it on Facebook. The whole everybody know. And then once the people were a little slow. So when I put the video up, even though I had us kissing, people were still calling my mom and my dad like, what's going on? Is she gay? Like, why she kissing a woman? So then I put up a live video, and I just came out and said, I am with a woman, and I'm happy.
She does things that I wouldn't do. No.
Doug laugh.
My coming out was a little different. Because when I told my mama, I wrote her a letter. But my mom, I would say she took it well. She don't like it, but she took it better than I expected that she would. As far as my dad, that's a little iffy because my dad had some issues going on last year, so I didn't really want to spring that on him. But he loves her, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be cool with it, with everything. Oh, well, we told Jaden.
I was going to say the same thing. We told him.
He was first.
Yeah.
He was the first person we told. And he took that really good. He asked some questions, but for the most part, he did really good, and he's really excited. He talks about it all the time, you know.
The whole coming out process was hard. I would say the hardest thing besides hiding who you're in a relationship with is when you come out for real, and it's the people who you think, it's never the people who you think gonna judge you are the ones that judge you. So once I came out, a lot of family members, before I came out, I had some family members that kind of felt like we were that way, and they didn't like it. So they had attitudes. They kind of like stopped coming around, you know, like they just started treating us different. And then,
but there was really no reason for it, because you loved us regardless, you know. You just didn't like what we had going on.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is my grandfather passed January this year, and when he passed, the side that was acting weird, it was like they completely forgot about that. It was like they realized that life is too short, you know, for, that's what it felt like. And it went back to being how it used to be. But the family that some people had already known about it, when my grandfather passed, that side of the family
just flipped out. Yeah,
they completely shunned us. I don't want to say shunned, but they had a lot of opinions, a lot of things that they had to say, a lot of negative things. And you know that when you take a step like that, it's going to happen. You know that people are going to talk, but you never know who going to talk and what they're going to say.
And it always be the ones that you're closest to that talk the most.
It was hurtful. That process was hurtful. And we're still learning to deal with that. At the end of the day, I love my family, so nothing that they could do or say will make me stop loving them. And like I said, they don't shun us, they don't treat us bad, they just said some negative stuff. And I'm the type of person, if you feel some type of way, to say it to my face, don't say it behind my back. You know, because I'll take it, it might hurt me to my face, but that, you know, you talking to me. But if you tell me one thing in front of my face, or you treat me one way in front of my face, and then talk about me behind my back, then I have an issue with you. You know, but, so that was the hardest part about it. And
with my family, like I said, my mom, she really is against it. My baby brother, was one of the first ones. I think he knew before Jaden, or maybe right after Jaden, but he was fine with it. Now my older brother, on the other hand, he's like a dad to me, so it was really hard for me to come out and tell him. I still don't really know how he really feels, like genuinely, but maybe after this video he'll tell me about it. But I'm glad and very happy with my decision in coming out, and very happy with my decision in being her wife, and, you know, making her my wife. Like, we're happy, I'm happy, Jaden is happy, he's doing, you know, really good. So it really doesn't matter anymore how others view us, it just really matters how we view ourselves. So,
and like I don't know if it's this video, but like, we both had best friends. We don't have best friends now. I don't know why. You know, I knew that I can't say that it's for this reason. You know, when I did come out and tell my best friend at the time, she didn't agree with it, but she didn't shun me immediately. But then afterwards, a couple years went by, and not a couple years, but yeah, it's more like I was chasing. It was like a chase. You know, like when you are friends with somebody you friends. You want to see each other. You want to hang sometimes. You check and call, but it was like I was getting a voicemail. I might get a call back. And it was always something to where we couldn't ever hang out, you know, and we were in the house and she never was in the house for a year. I don't think she even knew where I stayed. So, yeah, when my grandfather passed, we talked at the funeral for a little while. I thought things would get better, but they didn't. And sometimes people grow apart, you know, and that's how you just gotta look at it. You open the door. You do what you gotta do to protect yourself. And I did. We had a falling out. She probably didn't know because, you know, like I said, she wasn't calling me anyway. But I blocked her from everything. Reason being, not to be petty or anything, but I'm like, here I am trying to, you know, reach out and chill with you and be a friend. I can't be a friend to you if you're not answering my calls or, you know, doing different things like that. So when I see you hanging out with other people, then, you know, that lets me know that you ain't, you know, want to chill. And then, you know, we had some business too that never got done, and I just kind of got the shitty end of the stick. So, you know, I blocked her. But then after, you know, my grandfather passed and we talked face to face and squashed it, unblocked her, and I think I text one time to let her know that she was unblocked. But that was it.
My sister's my best friend. We were like two peas in a pod, and I met Nita through my best friend because she knew her mom. But my best friend my best friend was very protective, I guess you can say, and it was always just me and her. So when she introduced me to new people and they came around and we clicked, that's when we blew up, because we were fine prior to that. But once we got in connection with Nita and her family, everything blew up. So I feel like we still have some unfinished conversations, but for the most part, she didn't like us being together, because like I said, she's the type of person that, you know, she wants everybody to herself.
And then it could be like, not only when we came out, everything happened like so fast.
Very fast.
We were together, but a lot of people didn't know. And then we started coming into the knowledge. I was one of the first out of all of us to start coming into the knowledge. So when I started coming into the knowledge, being in and realizing, like I said, I was a minister, so I used to do a lot of studying. When I started realizing that things was not adding up, you know, doing studying, not going to nobody's school yet, nothing wrong with going to school, but when you research, like the Bible says, to study to show yourself approved, you know, rightly dividing the word. My mama got that scripture down pat. I don't know, you know, but I know what it means. You're supposed to study. And so I was studying, I came into the knowledge, and a lot of people, once we did come out, felt like we were using that as an excuse to be together. And so it's hard when you try to tell people the truth and they looking at it like you just saying that because you're in that type of relationship, and you know, so it could be that I know my best friend at the time did not agree with the spirituality, the enlightenment. She at that time, she was against that. And you know, we talked about it. You know, we should be able to talk about everything, reason or whatever. We're not gonna always agree on everything, and that's where I felt like we were, you know. And we talked about it. She was like, well, this is what I believe. And I'm like, I'm cool with that, you know. And then I say what I believe, and she seemed to be cool with that, you know. So maybe it was just too much stuff changing at one time, because everybody don't like change, you know. Everybody can't accept change. So I won't just blame it on us being in a relationship that bothered them. There was the change with the religious part, and like I said, we were deep in that, you know. That's what your grandmama know. That's what
grandparents, everybody
that's
knows
what it is.
The same thing. And to piggyback on the change, that was my best friend at the time. That was her main problem, and she would always say that she always had a problem with change. So, and she was, you know, she went to the church as well, and when change came about, so there's some addresses. That's just how it is.
Yeah. So coming out, like I would say, we're still coming out.
Yep.
You know, some days are better than others. You know, I think that is better for us because we're grown. I think it's harder for kids.
Yes.
To come out.
But if you have a child and you got a sense, because as a parent, you know, you got the intuition. If you feel like your child could possibly be heading that route, sit them down and talk to them, because a lot of times we try to beat it out of them for whatever reason, or we try to ignore it like it's not there, but it's already there. If you know it's already there, then sit your child down and talk to them, because they're trying to figure out how to talk to you too.
And what I want people to understand is you can't change people.
People cannot change people.
You can't change people. You can't fix people. And I think that's the problem with religion. They feel like they can fix people. If people don't want something, they will not do it. And if they do want something and they just don't do it, then that's self-discipline. But that doesn't mean that they don't desire it. And, you know, like people say, oh, I was delivered from this, I was delivered from that. No, you decided to stop.
Stop. That's what you did.
You know, you decided to stop, and there's nothing wrong with that. But everything is a choice. You know what I'm saying? And I too was against this lifestyle before I got hit with the lifestyle. You know, and not saying that nobody turned me out, or I went looking for this, or I disowned men. You know, I just fell in love with this person, and I did not want to give her up. I refused to give her up. Why? Because she gave me a peace of mind. Simple as that. You know, so you know, like, I had, you know, my brother, he asked me, he was like, well, what's up with men? You gave men? I said, no, I look at men. I love to look at them. They look nice. You know,
we look at them together.
Yeah, it's just like if you were in a heterosexual relationship and you saw other people that were attracted to you, that don't mean you're gonna go out and sleep with those people. So it's like, I see men that I'm attracted to, they look nice. You know, that don't mean I'm gonna go out there and sleep with them because they look nice. You know, I'm in a happy relationship. I'm happy. I'm not missing out on nothing.
And I'm not looking for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not missing out on nothing. You know, so yeah, that's our coming out story, part 1, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
How did we come out? Social
media. And you don't want to find out that with your child on social media.
Yeah.
So again, if you see it in your younger kids, just sit down and have a conversation with them. No yelling, no fussing. Just hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
Because they do have a voice as well, and they have a right to make a decision.
And never judge people, because the same judgment you put on somebody else is gonna come back to you.
Twice.
Whether it be whether it be you get hit with what you are despising, or it comes through your child or your child's child, you will see it again. You know, and I can say that because it happened to me. I was judgmental. You know, I didn't believe, you know, that it was possible. I disagreed with it, but look at me today. It happened to me, you know, and all I could say was, dang, you know, That's how they felt. My best friend at the time in high school came out to me first. My baby sister came out to me first, you know. And I told him it wasn't right. You know, I went down the whole Christian line. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying, I understand both sides.
Yep.
I understand, you know, people who judge, and I understand, you know, do what you feel is right. Just live your life. That's all you can do. Just live your life.
Be your authentic self.
Exactly.
Don't try to change for anybody. If who you are is what you are, then be that.
And you're gonna grow. That's a part of life. Anything that stops growing dies.
Yes.
You know, that's change. Growing is change.
And
You know what I'm
nobody
saying?
said that growing pains felt good.
Nope.
So it took a lot, but we did it.
Yeah, we
I'd be scared
still
to
doing
come
it.
out, but
Yeah, still doing
We
it,
did
still
it.
learning ourselves, you know. And
that's a lesson that you will never fully learn is yourself. You will learn yourself every day. So that's why I think it's important not to pass judgment, because if we pass judgment, we could be overlooking something within us, and that's how you get caught up with what you judge somebody else on, because that same thing that you judge them for doing or having is the same thing that's in you, because that's why it's affecting you, and that's why you can't be your authentic self, because other things that somebody else is doing is causing you to feel some type of way. And if it's causing you to feel some type of way, then you're not being your authentic self. So that means what they're doing is bothering you. That means whatever they're doing is in you.
Motivational Wednesdays. A moment with Jess, because she preaching that thing today. Yes,
Shut
she
up.
is.
But we thank you guys for watching. And we'll have a part 2 soon, I guess. And until then, tomorrow's Wednesday. So we'll have a moment with Jess. And then Thursday, you're going to chat it up with Queen. And Friday, our music video drops.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Make sure you drop any questions, anything you want to answer, comments in the comment section. Like this video to rank us higher.
Hit the bell so you get notifications
Yep, we got videos all week.
all week.
Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Become a part of our family,
Yes.
and we will see you
On the next video.